not?
Nigga, if you buying that ticket, you fucking.
I got everything I need at my house. I don't need a hall pass.
Every time I get to a corner and I see somebody doing a famous Baltimore gangster lean.
We outside.
Hello.
And we're live.
Good evening.
So yes.
Nobody wants to talk. Hello, we're back.
Yes. Hence we're live. Welcome back to another week of the Shy Podcast. I'm Miss Toya.
Pastor Andrew.
Como say you say six? What? How do you say
How
six?
do you say six?
What?
I don't know what you guys talk about.
Me almost sick.
I don't.
All right.
Jesus.
How do you say
I'm
six?
wrapped up in these cords.
That's
I
no
might not make
excuse.
it.
No excuse. So, how have things been since the last time we saw each other?
We need to ask Pastor first. I ain't seen him in a month of Sundays.
Well,
How you doing, brother?
Things are going well. I'm 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's why I say it's like the movie. That's what you half yours.
3 weeks in to my pastoring 2 churches.
Yay!
Yeah, so it's
What
been
is
pretty
that
cool.
like?
It's not as like, well, I just started, but it's not as demanding as people would think it is because it's not full time for both. It's just quarter time. I'm only required to be there on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, so I really got quarter time churches or whatever versus full time church full time.
Are they the same church, or it's like two different, totally different?
They're the same and they're structured the same. They're both predominantly white and they both have the same kind of rhythm.
Now I'm interested. Tell me more. Tell me more. Hey, Randy.
But even as I say, I'm only a quarter time pastor because that's the appointment. There's no such thing as quarter time pastor.
I meant tell me more about the predominantly white part.
It's not the first time. My first appointment that I was at 3 years ago.
Is it different? Is it like a different experience?
It is different. The worship is different.
With calm.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of praise breaks.
Can you sell the same
Say
sermon?
again?
Can you sell the same sermon to both of them?
To both
It
churches?
sounds like you said Sherman.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool right there.
And I mean, to be honest, if I had more time, like that's all I did was the churches, and I would try to give them 2 different ones. And being that I'm working my job, I'm with my family, I got the army, I got all this stuff going on. Yeah.
There's also 2 different churches.
So,
Yeah.
does it feel like the first one was practice and the second was the real show?
It does feel like that sometimes because I've preached it.
Yeah.
First,
It's like reciting your bars and battle rap. You be like,
facts.
oh, now next time I'm gonna do it and turn up.
Facts. Because it's like you hear yourself again the second time. Yeah.
How often do you reuse a sermon?
Not often. Sometimes it just kind of goes with it. Like you get to praying and you're seeking a message, and it's like, oh, that fits. Or the Union Methodist Church has a lectionary where it has like a calendar of different topics or whatever. And sometimes the topics come back up.
Because I do have a friend. I won't say their names. But I've gone to visit them preach at different places, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna stop because I've gotten this message 3 times. It's like I think the 3rd time, God got it in my head.
Almost like a comedian.
Which I understand that. And just like you said, how I had 2 different churches. Mm-hmm. The 3 different times.
And I was about to say, I'm probably the only person that heard it all 3 times. It was just my luck because it's not like I went back to back to back. Mm-hmm. Like it was spread out times. I was like, the second time I heard it, I was like, oh, it sounded familiar, but I wasn't sure. And then the 3rd time, I felt myself saying stuff before he got to it. And I was like, oh, okay. Randy said we used to feel like that when we had 2 services. 8 a.m. was warm up. And then we was going to get them chords right at 11. I did used to sing in multiple services, but sometimes we did different songs.
Damn! That's the church song?
That
okay. You at the door?
Okay.
Okay, well,
So,
that's been going on with church today.
what's been going on with you?
What has been going on? Last week I had a good week. I thrown chairs, spin a little.
Throwing chairs.
Yeah.
Oh, throwing chairs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're doing light work.
I thrown
Chairs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's good cardio, though.
That's what I heard you. Bro.
Yeah. But besides that, you know, I've just been chilling. Actually got a notice about my pool that
Oh, you did the pool?
Huh?
You did the pool?
No, we bought one, put it up. The ground not level was all jacked up. But of course the HOA was like, you ain't right, you ain't put it on.
You ain't get permission.
Yeah. So they're making me take it down, but I was taking it down anyway, so
Oh, that sucks.
I know. So, you know, once the HOA got you in their hairs, who knows what the next trick they're gonna pull. So I'm that guy now.
Okay. Fearless leader.
What was that?
Oh, now we don't know.
He got his special shades on.
What?
I don't know.
I don't see
He
anybody.
feeling himself. So you not our fearless leader?
I'm just a guy who's just been doing this thing. Everybody's the same person. You know, this guy started at the same time as me.
Okay.
It
Fearless
wasn't mine.
leader
Everything's
part
all
one.
right. Everything's all right.
Part 1 and 1 and 2.
Doing the same thing.
Can we get a commercial about these sunglasses? I'm interested.
No,
They Ray-Ban?
No, that's not for everybody.
How you
Oh,
doing?
that's not what that said. Kathy!
Oh, wow. That's another person who's been
Look, y'all! Look who back!
Been gone for a long time.
You going there for a hug? Where you going?
Oh,
What you doing, baby?
I don't got shit. I was getting ready to put myself down.
I didn't know she was going to sit on his life or what. Where are you going? Because she went right here and then she walked over there. Because I'd have taken his chair. I'd have sat down like I didn't know that man was sitting there.
I'm not gonna be rude.
Kathy!
Hi.
Girl, we ain't seen you all 2023.
Yes, sure did.
She done been out the country. She done been sick. She has been delivered. Tell us about yourself.
I had to
At least tell us how your trip was. You ain't got to tell us.
Well, it was good until Tuesday. Got there on Monday, and was sick from Tuesday on.
Oh, girl.
And I don't know.
I don't like
People
this
told me-
saying, but if it
people-
wasn't for bad luck.
Yeah, and people
You
was
might
telling
not
me
be.
that I probably got sick from using I'm just one of the person that can't drink things hot. And they were saying the ice and drinking the ice from the fountain.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably got
The people are happy to see you. Randy said, hey, Kathy.
hey.
He says like a family reunion. Says the guy who hasn't been watching for a bit, so he ain't been around either.
Mm-hmm.
Mullen said, good to have you back, Kathy.
Thank you.
The people miss you.
I know.
I'm about to go with
That's
some.
why you ain't talking about was sick. I talked to you last week.
I said something. You said.
You was
You a lying the truth, ain't you?
Yeah, I was lying on it.
Pastor, did he tell you that Kathy
How
was sick?
Pastor? No, he wasn't here.
No.
How you put me in that? I wouldn't be
We
there.
saying you made it seem like you told us, so I'm trying to figure out who you told.
I swear, I told you
I
for
was-
sure. And
Boss,
I feel
Did he
like
tell you?
Boss, I was
You
so,
said he didn't tell you?
I
He didn't tell me.
boss, I was so sick
So I
that
put it in
on
a
my
thing,
way
huh?
on my way back they had to divert me and take me off the plane in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh my goodness!
Because I passed out because I had excuse me and TMI to our guests. I had
Nigga, it's just
um,
us. What gas?
oh, I thought we was on the
online.
air. But I had diarrhea and hadn't eaten since Tuesday. So
Yeah.
when I went to go back home on
You was
Monday,
dehydrated.
I was
Yeah.
dehydrated.
Yeah, I know. No. It was definitely the water.
Right, I
You
was
tried to.
So-
I was dehydrated, and I was on a plane. I was on a plane, and I was like, I woke up, and I was in the hospital because I passed out somewhere in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because I was
You
feeling
woke up in another
First
state.
of
Was
all-
in the hospital.
So what I was telling her sis?
First of all, why was you in the bathroom on the airplane?
because I was. That's how sick I was.
No, because I'm going to hold it with everything in me.
I was
I
telling her
was.
that when you go to Kuwait or whatever like that, they put out, statements and stuff like that, like don't drink the water, only drink bottled water. She said when she went to Mexico, right?
Right.
When she went to Mexico, she was the only one that was getting ice for her drink.
Right.
You
Nobody
kept
else was.
seeing your pants.
So like it was probably the water wasn't drinkable.
I
Powder.
ain't never had no problem with no ice.
Does nobody watch Sex in the City, huh?
Uh-uh.
Because nobody laughed at my joke.
I didn't hear it.
You should
I
have
said
ate all
you
the
put
bacon
your
though.
seed in your pants.
I didn't want to eat anything at the Monday
Did you
because
tell
I
her
was.
to eat bacon while she was sick?
Mexico has the best bacon.
Sir.
I'm just keeping it real.
What racist shit is that?
I'm not racist.
Mexico got the
But
best
I
bacon.
even, you know, I
Mexico bacon is bacon.
was even upset because, you know, I went because it was my best friend, 50th birthday. So I actually missed, other than the first day, all of the birthday bash.
Was y'all out of the nudist retreat?
Say that what? Yeah.
Veganism?
Y'all was?
No. Mm-mm. It was 11 women.
Ooh.
So it wasn't nudist place though?
No.
Oh, I thought you said
But it was
yesterday.
no. It was an adult
Resort.
exclusive. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Would you just wear your titties out and walk on the beach?
What?
I don't think
I'm
that's
just
what
asking the
adult only
question.
means though.
No, they weren't walking
Would you?
like that, but there were people that was sunbathing.
Would
That
you?
they did have that. Well, actually, I got a massage on the beach, and I heard people like talking around me. Yeah, people were talking around me, and they were like, "I wouldn't do that. That's embarrassing," and I didn't really care. I was like,
I would have been like, bitch, I love
I'm
my
sure
body.
Jamaican got
And
the
what?
special one.
yeah. And I mean, I know that they probably seen something because when they was doing the top, even though they try to,
You sure
yeah,
was?
you know, they try to tuck you, but I'm sure that the person that was walking on this side, they probably seen
I don't even
something.
know the top, so I
Getting low?
I'd have been in the clear.
But it was something.
No, I'm talking
No,
about
she's
that.
saying like when you go to lay down and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
and they
at
try
some
to
point,
put the
your body's
towel.
not
Yeah.
covered.
They try to put the towel around you,
It's
but
liberation.
and then when they doing your legs, they like scoot the towel up in between the middle so they don't, you know, so your pocket parts. But meantime, all of this part is out. So, you know, and I heard
I'd have been like, I'm so sorry you're ashamed of your body.
Man.
no,
I'm
I
gonna
just
pray
act like
for you.
I just act like I didn't even hear him. Like I didn't. I heard one person say me next. all of that.
Yeah, I got a massage one time. And the lady,
By a man or
it was a
woman.
woman.
Never mind. You ain't saying.
Anyways,
Why would you listen
because she trying to be funny. But look,
It
the
was a
lady
question
kept
that
hitting
I
my
was gonna follow
balls.
up
In my
at.
head, I was like, "Ooh, she hit my balls one more time."
What? Balls? Why would you naked?
You
mean,
are
Wait
naked.
a minute.
Would they go up?
You ain't never go to a massage parlor and
You
use
the
the naked.
right one.
What you mean? I've been to a whole bunch.
Well, I was naked.
They ain't never told me to get naked. They
I've
said
been
get down to
naked
your
all
underwear.
mine.
No,
They say get down
They
where
said
it's comfortable.
I have had them get mad
Oh,
at me
wow.
because I am
Nah.
physically, I'm uncomfortable without a bra. I wear a bra 24/7,
Mhm.
but they be like, "Can you please take the bra off?" And
Yeah,
I'd be like,
mess you up.
"Just go ahead and get the oil on it. It's fine. It's fine." These
I'm
things
getting
Oh, yeah,
I
are
bro.
sensitive.
I walked in. She said, I need you to undress. She gave me one of those pretty nice white robes. And I walked from out the massage
That's a
thing
good one.
down to the beach with the white robe. And I know that everybody know I ain't had nothing on under the white robe. And then once I got down there, she was like, can you take the robe off? So that's what I'm saying. When I took the robe off, even though she was trying to cover me with the towel, I know that people saw stuff. And when she scooped the towel,
So did you enjoy the woman massaging you?
All of mine are like that.
yes, that was I will pay. I will gladly pay. I will gladly pay the money again because that was the best.
What was it like?
It was like $262. I had this thing called the aromatherapy moonlight aromatherapy. That's what it was called.
Shout out the hotel. What hotel you at?
The Rio.
So we can do shit. Real?
The Rio. Yeah.
I went to the Rio
I
in Cabo. It was hot. It was nice. Party
Yeah.
every other day was a party.
The white
I
party, the
believe you were
pink party,
poisoned there now.
the neon party.
I ain't get poisoned. I had me up.
I think it was. But you know what? Like I said, when the first day we went on this city tour, and we had a tequila. We were tasting tequila. We went to a chocolate factory. Then
The problem
they
was
took
the
us.
alcohol.
Then they took us to some place to eat. So it could have been the food. People were saying it was the ice. You know, I really don't know. All I just know is that next Tuesday I was sick.
So my question to that is, like, do you not Randy said, did you have to pay extra for that?
I did
The
not.
balls getting hit.
But I tell you, she would have did it one more time.
Don't hit my balls.
Like, so when y'all go out of the country, do y'all not have ice in y'all drinks?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, because
I
they got to
go
put it
to the
in
bar.
the frozen drink.
You go to the bar.
before.
But they wasn't. That's what I'm saying. They wasn't giving people
I
ice
was
and,
gonna say, because I like the frozen
they
drink.
wasn't giving people ice and in the drinks, and that's what I was.
I had
That's
well, when I went in April, I had it, so I don't know what changed from April to now.
That's what she's saying. She's saying that nobody else had ice in her drinks except for her. That's why she felt like it might have been the ice.
Ice, right?
So they poisoned her only.
Were y'all able to go on the beach?
No, she's saying she the only one had
The
ice.
beach is open.
So look, I went to the other side of Cabo by accident, and the water was too rough for me.
Yeah.
Because I planned the trip myself and said, "Oh, this looks good." You get to the hotel looked nice, but then when you
can't get
like,
in the beach.
"Oh, you can't get in the water."
Yeah.
So I didn't go on the side with the arch. I went on the artsy side.
Right.
That was
So that's the So yeah, we were on the side where we couldn't get in the beach, but if we wanted to go on the beach, we had to go to the other side. So we did catch.
So I think I was at the Rio then.
Yeah. So we caught the. We
No,
were
what
catching.
I'm saying, RIU.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we did pay the $5 and go over to the Baja or either to go to the Santa Fe, so we could get in the water, get in the beach water.
I'm talking about that water.
Cowboy never fucking California.
If your ass get in there, you might.
They got Walmart there. That shit is number.
Yeah, I seen the Walmart. I seen the Walmart.
It's a Walmart thing?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Uber.
Molly.
Uber's there. That shit
Listen,
is number fucking California.
You know,
When we went to like I said, we went on the set. Yeah. When we went to the other side, because like I said, the first day we took the tour, so we was going to San Jose de Cabo, which is to me where the people where the money has. That was where the Walmart, they had all of the car dealerships and all of the different stuff that's realistic to people. The other side, those San Lucas Cabos, that was the side where you had the little small hut houses and all of that stuff like
see,
that.
I'm a big believer, and I'm trying to get away from it. Y'all heard me say it before. I don't want to be Natalie Holloway, so
That was
I typically don't leave the resort.
And I went to that. We went to that. I've been to that club where she disappeared from. I went to Aruba and we went to the Senor Frog.
Was this before or after?
This was after.
Yeah, because I see that's the thing I won't do.
And I can see
kidnapping people from here.
I can see how people in
So the only thing I don't do when I go out of the country, I mean, I do everything that's like, resort or that has been an excursion situation.
I'll do those.
Only thing in like Cancun that I did was I went off of the resort. I went to a party. I went to a restaurant. So other than that,
Cancun. I know you've been there.
right? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So other than that, that was the first time, and I probably would never do like. And I think when I was younger, when my cousin got married, was in Jamaica. We went in a taxi to a strip club. So my other cousin was like, "We're gonna walk back." I said, "Okay, we're gonna start walking." So when I looked over the little bridge and seen all those shanties and all that shit, I said, "Nah, we ain't walking the motherfucking place. They ain't gonna rob us here."
But you know what? That
one?
is one say. I would say I can understand that because when we were after we finished the city tour, we were going on the Fiesta boat ride. They had this thing, the Sunset boat ride, and it was like down by the marina. It was very shady down there. That was the first time I really did feel fearful because people were walking out and they were asking, I got my own private taxi, and they looked like.
Like, no, I don't want to die today. No, stay away.
And then they was like offering you marijuana, like every time you turn around, somebody was like marijuana. And then I found out that that you can walk in a pharmacy and oxys, perks, all of that stuff. You can just buy it from there. Then you don't need prescriptions over there. So and then like everything, all of the drugs over here that's expensive, they dirt cheap over there. So if you could find a way to go prescription drug and bring it back to the United States.
But is that smuggling it in, or is it legal to bring it in?
No, it's not smuggling. Not the prescription. Like so. A lot of the prescriptions, it wasn't from what I understand. So a Caucasian lady told me that you can go over there and get that shit and bring it back. It's just cheaper.
Yeah.
Like you ain't gotta go get no prescription. It's just everything is cheaper there.
You could get a 30-day supply of 30 milligrams of perks over there for $300. Nowhere in the city could you do that. You talking about
how many?
30-day supply
So is it like one per day or two per
one
day?
per day for
Okay.
$300.
Yeah,
So that's like $10. That's like $10 a pill. Where you can get a $10 pill over there for a pill that's probably $100 here.
Okay. That's what I was wondering. How much the retail
That's
is
like
for
a
here.
$3,000 $3,000 for
doing the math in my head.
Mhm.
No,
The numbers are just playing
when you don't have them
right over Kathy's face. I just see
Yeah.
numbers going.
and it was what, because when they went in the chocolate factory, I was like, I don't want no chocolate, so I'm sitting up
What's the Perk
there
Factory?
and I'm saying, huh?
You went to the Perk Factory instead?
I went in the drugstore. I did go in the drugstore. The pharmacy was sitting right there, so I went in there and I asked the lady. I said, y'all have all of this stuff on the window. I was like, what is it? I was like, why do you have
So let me
it
get a
in
blue
there?
chew.
I said, are you just advertising what kind of prescriptions you fill? And she was like, you don't need it. She said, Senora Rita, you don't need a prescription. So I just was playing the dozen reference. She said, Senorita, you don't need a prescription. I was like, oh,
Shit.
Whole
really?
bottle. I'm going there for the whole thing.
So I said, well, can I get some 30 milligrams of Percocet, and how much would that be for 30 days? She said $300 supply. I said, damn.
And that's why she's sick.
No.
So you was getting high over the stuff. All right, Carly, you're leaving out parts of the story now.
No, I was just, and then I started asking her about other stuff.
So you didn't buy this? What you
No.
saying?
No, she trafficking.
I was about to say. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
I can flip that for us.
I was
I
thinking.
keep telling y'all.
I was thinking about
I'm
how
about to be in the game.
I was trying to figure out, like, why is it that all of these people keep going to Mexico and, you know, all of this stuff is happening as far as, you know, this drug trading. So when she said that, I was like, okay, I see why now. So I was like, all it takes is the smartest person to figure out how they can get these drugs back from Mexico without getting stopped by Border Patrol.
That's what all of them thought.
Yeah.
Until they sit there at CBD like.
Well, guess what?
Or whatever.
Some of them was smart because I played this game with some of my clients called Two Truths and a Lie, and some of the ways that they was telling me how they smuggled out of Mexico and other places, I was like, well, damn, the DEA can get and customs can get beat.
Okay, so if you were to take it, how much time would it take for a nice employee at that hotel to get him jobs? I mean, it happens. 90 Day, what's that shit? What's that show?
90 Day Marriage.
Yeah, Beyonce.
We don't know what you're talking about.
You know the show.
We don't get what you. We need you to.
So
It's
Find
a
that
90
point.
day
Find that point. You ain't that
Find
point.
a 90 day
no,
fiance
what I'm
or
trying to
something.
say is,
If
Right. Like,
that's what
Fine.
happens on the show.
find that point and land the plane. You got to tell us
Oh,
though,
okay.
'cause we don't
So-
get where you're going.
Is there any way that a nice senorito or whatever it is,
Senorito.
what you know what I mean?
Senorita.
Not
If I
a,
would mess
The
with
list is too long to.
If I would mess with, no, I am not. I think that people, you know, and excuse me for saying this, I think that people that marry people for citizenship or just whatever, I wouldn't do it. So no, it's nobody over there that could talk me into it.
I don't know. Well,
Wait a minute, I thought you were saying something. Is that what the?
That's probably
Or
I'm
90
confused.
days-
I
that's
didn't
what he
get
was
how
getting.
Okay,
He
on
was
90
asking
Day
me.
Fiancé.
He was asking me
It
because
be
would I
people who
marry?
be working at the hotels. They talk to the girls. They have sex with them. So a couple of them get them pregnant. Like the one dude from the Samoan dude.
Mm-hmm.
This was the first time the girl had sex. She got pregnant, and her family brought him back. And I don't think that shit worked out.
Why are they sleeping with these people?
I mean,
So they
because
can get citizenship
well, you gotta.
Why are the guests sleeping with them?
because they talk.
I mean, it might be
and they
gay.
get
I remember one time I was at this resort. So we was in a little part where they do the little whatever activities. They had a little party after one of the activities. So the girl was in there and the guy from the kitchen server, he's in there dancing up on her, just dancing hard. That motherfucking supervisor came in and he whipped his ass up like, get up out of here. So I mean, yeah, it's not like Americans don't go to these resorts and fucking, you know,
I didn't know.
these people.
I didn't know they were. Never mind.
You never seen the show?
I didn't know they were sleeping with the help.
I don't know about the show, but I mean, shit.
So we
They
went to
have babies and
Jamaica,
everything.
I think 2 years ago, and this guy from the service staff walked up to us, and he walked up to me. So I said, "Oh, he likes fat girls. I guess that's their thing here." And he was like, he was like, "Are you single? Are you available?" And I was like, "Well, you're on the side with the ring, so no." And he was like, "I would just be so honored." I was like, I said, "I wouldn't be though." I said, "Because I'm a guest here. You work here. That don't work for me."
I still got a groove back.
I was
There's
like,
a difference.
Oh yeah, she
Winston
did.
worked there?
Yeah,
Winston was a worker.
Winston was a worker.
Mm-mm.
So this is happening.
I don't mind the person with a job. I just don't think that, you know.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. It was so many of them that was walking and running for the bus that if one of the guests did show them some attention, they probably would have been on it.
But I think it's a lot of like people who just like, you know, when people say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, shit like that. I think most people, you know, when they go to these countries, it's about having fun. And I think if you see a person, you're there for a couple of days, you see the same person. You know what I'm saying? You see them every day. It's like, okay, I see this person, they flirting with me every day, you know, and then I guess it's like, well, while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and try my hand. You know, I think that's what a lot of shit be going on at.
You know, on the show, right, is this tall dude, and he messes with this little short girl, right? In his mind, he thought that she was gonna come take him to New York, right? Mm-hmm. So she ended up coming, and she want to stay there, and he mad at her. Mm-hmm. He told his whole family that he was going to New York, and she was like, "Nah, I'm staying here."
But you know what was that I did see that was interesting? That was the first time I saw a lot of what you could say same-sex relationships in one place.
It might be LGBTQ plus friendly.
I don't know. I seen a whole bunch of women and I seen a whole bunch of men. Actually, it was this male couple that they were celebrating their 7-year wedding anniversary, and it seemed like everywhere that we went that Monday, they were somewhere close by.
Turned up.
I mean, this is the way of the world, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a part of the community.
Right.
It's so major now. The shit don't even like. It's like even when I went to St. Kitts Nevis, and to see a person from the community, like you wouldn't have saw this shit several years ago. You would never see nobody in no island just out there walking around being a homosexual. Never. So the shit is like just accepted now. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Any type of foreign land, any foreign country, the shit is accepted now.
So it's a problem seeing homosexuals?
No, but it's different over there in the islands.
I mean, that's how that statement reads to me.
I mean, to you, I'm just telling you what happens when you go to when you from an island. It never happened. You never seen nobody just out blatant with the shit. Nothing ever.
Is it because like I was saying, was it something like a cultural or ethnic thing? That's why it wasn't. It's not.
In the Caribbean and African, people never believed in homosexuality.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have heard that. Like if they was to find out about it, that your stuff could be cut off.
A lot of reggae songs.
Severely punished.
A lot of reggae songs they talk about being homosexual, and that wasn't the culture. That wasn't things that they did. So.
I mean, even when we was in school, you could be like, "You gay," and then it was a diss. But now you can't say that shit like that.
I don't know. You better not.
Times have changed, and we are older. But anyways, I'm glad you had I can't say you had a good time, but I'm glad you got to put your feet to the sand, maybe.
Glad you're back.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm back too.
I can imagine being sick in somebody else's country and then having to be pulled off a plane and fuck that.
Wake up like
there's nothing in Phoenix, Arizona.
Where am I at?
Daggone thing.
Bro, Arizona, you can cook an egg on the ground.
Yeah, it was nothing. It was hot. It's nothing there.
They do got a nice resort I want to check out over there though. But it's like you said, it's all desert though.
All right, what else been going on in the world this week?
You know what's happening. Tasha K of Baltimore tried to play with me the other day.
Oh, why you get so bad, man?
I ain't get mad. I just said, I know this guy ain't speaking. Not that she can't Baltimore. I know he ain't say too early. And now look at here. We on Wednesday.
I wasn't going to participate in it.
Why?
Because I wanted to believe my sister.
Oh, well, guess what? Your sister's about to go to jail.
All right, so what happened? Tell us the story.
I mean, I didn't even know the girl till you. I didn't never know nothing about the girls when I seen you post it.
I only posted because it was on somebody else's timeline.
Oh, I never know.
I don't even recap that stuff.
I never knew about the girl.
Yo, anything that's more than 5 lines, I don't read it.
What's the girl name?
I don't know. Excuse me, Miss Toya. Boss lady. What's the girl name?
My name is Toya. Carly Russell.
Okay. Can you tell us a story about Carly
So
Russell?
did she fight?
Everybody say we know so much.
This the one that went missing for 2 days?
What's going on? Everything all right?
Right. You did, huh?
Is this the same young lady?
Absolutely
Is this the same young lady
Yeah.
that went missing for 2? So what did she fake her disappearance?
Sure.
Is that what it is? Because I haven't been following other than to say she's been found.
That's about where I'm at with it.
I guess that's what
So
we
the
are
press
with.
conference I saw today, they recapped her story of she was driving home from work and she saw a toddler on the highway. They played the 911 call. I don't know if they played the video because they had footage of her car on the side of the highway, but she disappeared from there. Like she was on the phone with somebody, they heard her scream, and then they didn't hear from her anymore. She turned up Saturday night at her parents' house. The police said what they also found was camera footage of her leaving her job. She took she worked at a spa. She took a bathrobe and a roll of toilet paper.
So she lost her job.
I'm still confused about the toilet paper, but whatever. Then she had told her mother or her sister-in-law that she had stopped to pick up food from a restaurant. So they had that she went there, but she also went to Target, which was initially left out of it. And she said she bought snacks. When they got to the car, the bathrobe, toilet paper, and the snacks were not there. Her wig, her purse. I don't know if the phone was there, but I know her Apple Watch was in the purse.
And the phone was on the side of
Oh,
the
yeah.
or something.
Yeah. So she said that she saw the baby. She got out. Somebody came out the woods and was like, I'm here to help the baby. But then they snatched her, made her climb over a fence. They put her in a trailer, or I guess tractor trailer, I don't know. And she managed to escape one time. They caught her. Then they took her to a house, and I guess they had her blindfolded. But she said they said something about they wouldn't tie her hands up so she wouldn't have bruises or something. And they took her clothes off, took pictures of her. Then I think they put her back in the car, and she got out of the car. I guess these people aren't locking their doors. I don't know. She wanted us to believe. So she got out the car again, and she's like, she ran through some woods, and it led her to her parents' street.
Sounds like she's
what they also discovered was they went through her Google search history, and she had searched, does it cost to get an Amber Alert? One-way ticket to Tennessee, I think. Something else about her disappearance. How to steal money from a cash register without getting caught. She had Googled the movie Taken. Yeah.
So she faked her. So she basically faked her disappearance to get attention.
Did she have a Hyundai?
Did she Google Jussie Smollett?
But she did. That sounded like she.
I feel like she didn't, because then that would be a lesson learned from him that she didn't learn.
But you know, it's been other people who have done things like that for major attention that have gotten criminally charged. So I guess they're going to charge her with a false statement and all of that stuff.
Hush, how you feel about it?
I told you from the jump it was bullshit.
You felt like it was bullshit from the jump?
I mean, from when I seen it, I didn't even know nothing about it over the weekend. But it just seemed like kind of weird to me. You see a baby walking on the highway.
Everybody on the show know FTB.
Yeah, but nobody else stopped for a baby walking on the highway. That's kind of crazy.
She the only one that saw this baby walking on the highway.
And other people just stuck for him.
Everybody kept going.
Okay, so what do you?
They did say it was other things in, I forgot, other things in the search history that would draw them to conclusions about her mental state, but they didn't want to share that. So Mullen and I were talking, and before all the things that I heard she Googled, and I was like, I honestly didn't think she was, at this point, I didn't think she was kidnapped, but I thought she had probably a schizophrenic episode, and maybe her first one. I don't know. I don't really know how they work, so I don't know if it.
No, she would
I've never
have
seen somebody
started
yet.
talking about that she saw aliens or the aliens kidnapped her. Or
Oh.
something
Well, she
like
saw a baby, and
My thing,
she thinks she was kidnapped.
my
that.
thing
Yeah,
is,
she
you,
said the baby kidnapped her. I don't
my
know.
thing is, you have prominent African Americans on social media saying, "Why ain't the media covering this? This lady, you know, lost. Why ain't the media covering this?" The whole time there was a hoax.
Oh, she's on.
I thought the media did cover it.
I was
That's
gonna
how
say,
FTB.
I thought they did a good job of covering it, and I hope it doesn't discourage people, because so my only problem with, and everybody know I make a joke about anything. The day my parents died, I stood outside that house making jokes, so there's nothing off limits to me. However, there is still that, regardless of if she was kidnapped, she ran away, she had a mental break. There was someone that was missing and her family couldn't find her. And often what I hear on social media is when something happens in Baltimore and people are talking about it and making jokes, it's always like, that family can see this stuff. You don't need to say that. But we don't realize that still happens on a global level. So even if she did do all this was a family who was missing their child. So I told Mullen, I was like, I'm petty. I'm taking notes of all jokes. Don't ever ask me to post a missing flyer. Because there's been a lot of kids that ran away, voluntarily ran away. And I'm still out there posting their kids, and they come back and be like, don't ask us what happened. But when it's done on a global level, everybody's like, no, we need to know. I want to know why. I want to know now. I want to make jokes about it. But when I've had experiences that I say that, I make the jokes privately. I just say that.
Well, I think that she wasn't thinking about her family when if she was in her right state of mind and she did this for attention seeking, then she really was not considerate of her family. So
The only reason why I still think there was something mental was because it's easier ways to just run away.
But people sometimes
Go Google that one-way ticket and go buy that ticket.
But you gotta remember, some people like the drama. They like the attention. So you know, I guess once they start digging and they find out more about her personality and whether or not she did have a mental health disorder, we would probably find out why she did it and why she did it the way that she, wanted to do it. It's but I find it more interesting. Not to switch gears, but yeah, to switch gears. I like the Facebook post where they put the mayor out there about having a baby mama. I thought it was hilarious. And somebody put the whole court transcript out there on Facebook
Of her divorce, which I thought was unnecessary. But again,
but she's not divorced. That's the reason why they put it out there, and she just filed.
it is I'm probably 100% sure all the people who talking is somebody baby mother or baby father.
Right, but I think the reason why they are drawing attention to it is
Because
because
they don't like him.
they don't like him. That's one thing, and his criticisms of how other people live, and he's doing the same thing.
Oh, maybe because I don't live in the
What's his
county.
name?
I don't live in the city. I don't get that news. Maybe I've never heard his criticism of how people live.
Well,
What's his name?
what Brandon Scott, the mayor of Baltimore City?
I thought we were happy that he was.
No, they're not happy.
Who they went to it
I forgot.
besides Ralph?
Wait a minute. What are you asking? I don't think you finished your question.
I was just saying, who did the people want to win?
They didn't really say who they wanted to win, but they think that he's doing a piss poor job, and that he's, got his hands in things that he shouldn't have his hands in, and then for him to have a baby mama but criticize
What is his
other
hands
people.
in?
Well, so
I want to know so I can, because I can't be keep defending people. I did defend Carly. I need to know what people doing so I can stop defending them.
well, one
Yes.
one is basically a lot of stuff that people talk about that's like not like his public appearance, things that he's supposed to be at, he's not there. He's not punctual. To be places where he's supposed to be at, and then he's not friendly.
I heard you from him. So, the people that's
wait a minute. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. But again, what business is he in that he don't belong in?
Well, they don't. One, they think that he was kind of like the spirit behind the Marilyn Mosby stuff. They feel like he didn't.
Hutch, as my Baltimorean, he validated.
I don't know nothing about Mayor Brandon Scott. I mean,
This is the thing.
he's a young
I'm
man
gonna be quiet.
He's come up the ranks, and I'm proud for him being a black young man who's came up through city council, now the mayor. I did not vote for him.
Me either.
Only because I felt like we needed something better or something new. So I did vote for Mr. Wallace, who's a
Who is that?
he's a businessman.
What's his first name?
West? Is that West?
I forgot his first name. I know his name is Wallace. It might be Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace. So I felt like, as the businessman, I thought he could, and he hasn't been a part of that whole shenanigans. Sheila Dixon, Pew, Stephanie Rollins, Drunken Jack. He hasn't been a part of these different associations. I felt like he would have probably did a better job. But for a young black man who has come through the ranks, I'm proud of him for that. But as we see with any city, any state, you cannot blame the politicians. You cannot blame the president. You can't blame the governor. You can't blame the mayor. A city's going to run how it's going to run. Now, for my whole thing for Baltimore City is I don't understand where you have a lack of recruitment for police. Maybe you need to start in certain parts of the departments. Safe Streets, Baltimore City Police, what is it, Mozzie, whatever that department is called, and work your way through the departments. Maybe as the mayor, he should sit down and have maybe weekly meetings. I feel like when it comes to politicians and for the people, I think that the people should also be more involved with what happens in their city, because we live in this city. So therefore, why wouldn't you want to hear more from us? So it should be more town hall meetings where the mayor should go to, but of course he's not obligated to go to. But I just, in my opinion, but I mean, as far as you're saying he didn't show up to certain things,
that's one of the
I
things.
wouldn't give a fuck what he showed up to.
That's one of the things.
If your city's corrupt, but it don't got anything to do with that man personally. The government is corrupt, whether it be local or state, national, whatever. The government, it's all corrupt.
That happens everywhere, so it's not just the Baltimore thing.
Right.
I didn't say it was Baltimore. I just said
I didn't want you saying
we just had
ignorant.
It's all different. Every state, every city has its problems. You can't put a Band-Aid, just like when they brought that man from New Orleans. Whatever you did in New Orleans will not work in another city or state. I don't care if it's Baltimore, I don't care if it's New York, I don't care if it's Atlanta. You cannot take what he had and bring it to Baltimore.
It's not one size fits all.
Exactly. So that man went, he got his money, and now he's out the door. It is what it is. So you can't even blame that man. The people, whether it be, if y'all want to call them gangs, if you want to call them thugs, whatever you want to call these folks, that's out here running and gunning. It happens in every city. So, again, like I tell people, Baltimore is a small city, so everything that happens will turn to national news.
So I have a comment and a question. My question is because I may be wrong on this, but while the mayor does appoint the police commissioner, am I right in believing he can't directly say, do this, X, Y, Z?
I'm sure he can because
Now,
that's
he
his
can
boss.
fire him, but if you don't do it, but I think you can still fire him. But if you don't do,
Randy, can you fact check that?
But my thing, to that point though, even if he can't fire him, that furthers my point. Then that it's not so much that the mayor can say, do this, and because also one, the mayor isn't in law enforcement, so it's not really his job to know exactly how to fix that issue. My other thing is, I agree. I don't think it's one size fits all. But moreover, what I think the problem is our community does not help. So therefore, whatever approach you come with is going to fail. Now, I understand why some people don't help, like don't come forward, because if you can't, if you can't guarantee me protection, then why would I go ahead and say something, snitch, if I'm probably going to die at the end of my snitching?
You're absolutely right.
However, I also think there is we want everybody. You gotta go to bed?
I do, but I'm just gonna wait for
we want free all our homies and don't want nobody to go to jail
for
all the stuff that they are doing. When we had our lowest crime rate, it was under Martin O'Malley, and it extended up until the Freddie Gray riots happened. But you know what Martin O'Malley was doing? Locking everybody ass the fuck up. And everybody complained about that. Even if you watch We Own the City, they were complaining about that's what he was doing to get crime.
I know.
You should.
But I'm not.
See?
Thank you. Yes, that's right. Because there's a lot of confusion going on right now.
Don't worry.
But I don't like that. The culture where they be like, even if somebody's guilty, we wear these free my man's t-shirt. Your man's guilty.
Listen,
it's all in the culture. It's all in the wrong culture, but it's their culture. They can kill 1,000 dudes. They can kill 1,000 babies. But guess what they're gonna say?
Free him.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the
as long as
day,
the cop ain't do it.
Exactly.
They don't get it.
And that's another thing. It's like the police could kill 1,000 people. They're gonna be wrong every time in the eyes of the black person. But Lil Johnny, Lil Ray, Lil whoever killed another brother.
Free my man.
It's all good.
Shoot up a party.
So what are they saying about the one now that's on trial for the stuff that with the homeless the squeegee kid that's on trial now?
Oh, I ain't heard about that in a minute.
I haven't. I was watching the other trial that we talked about last week. I ain't even heard about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was a speedy trial.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, again, with that, I don't know how to feel about that one either. Because if you come to me in an aggressive way, I'm gonna protect myself. Yeah, I shouldn't have this illegal firearm, but you came to me aggressive.
But didn't they make the lawsuit stuff?
Yeah, but shit. Like I said before,
so
if a motherfucker hit my car, I'm pulling over. I'm not getting out. I will call the police from the scene. I'm not getting out.
But the same argument now, unfortunately, it may die. But the same argument that you're making for if you come to me aggressively, I'm going to handle it. Mm-hmm. That would be that's the same thing. Like he was attacked, so he responded.
Let me ask you this question.
So why is it different for him?
Is material worth your life?
No.
You pay car insurance, right?
No, but for some people it might be.
Oh, for me, I pay car insurance.
So he's making a good point though. So if Hutch is in his house and somebody comes and his truck, his SUV is out front and they doing something to his truck, he cannot come outside and shoot them. or attack
But
them.
you got some
He
people
can't,
that
but you
would.
got a whole bunch of people
That
who
would.
went and got carry permits thinking that's what they're gonna
I'm
do.
saying that.
So, and also, not saying personally I wouldn't get out my car, but also
I wouldn't get out of
again,
my car either.
this is a person who at least I want those 5 years for having a handgun,
Of course.
and that's the problem. We do not hold them. This is you now.
Oh.
But you know, at the end of the day, a lot of these handgun charges are not even holding 5 years anymore. The prison
What
is
happened
too.
to that? I thought that was a mandatory.
I mean, yeah, but the prisons are too. Everybody's going home on the box, and especially if it's your first time. Like this young man from the Brooklyn home situation.
Is he
He's
home
not
on
gonna. I mean, but he's not gonna get charged with the fact of a gun because they don't have the gun. So now they're gonna trump up all these charges so he can get something. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are going home on that box. They going home. Even like the lady who on the 695 situation. She went home on the box. The other person is still in jail. But you going home like
Also, they found her.
yeah, they finally found out she was in Vegas partying and all type of shit.
So
Was
what
she home on the box?
Yeah, she went home on the box.
What she do?
What?
She
Homicide
She
on
killed
the-
like-
on 696.
No, the other person killed them. They was racing each other with her. But she said that she was high. She was smoking weed.
I thought she was the one who hit them.
Nah, she hit them, dog.
Which one was it, her or
It
him?
was her.
It was her.
It was
Okay,
but,
well, she home on the box.
but the reason why from the video it looked like the reason why her car went over and flipped was because she was trying to cut in front of him and he was kind of like preventing her from coming over on him, and his car clipped the back of her bumper, and that's what caused her car to flip over.
Both of them grabbed too fast.
I was about to say that's what Marlon said. That's why the person got charged because they were speeding.
Right.
And I was like, if I'm keeping up with the flow of traffic, and this bitch hit me and killed people, I'm gonna want you to give me a ticket for speeding, and that's it.
Right, but did you see the video?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And so all I want is a ticket for speeding.
But they must have. Well, why are they not letting him out on the box? Are they giving him a more serious charge?
I don't know what their charges are, but I don't know.
Hers might, I don't know.
I don't know.
All I know is
It's just like I said. It's too much. A lot of people going to jail or going to court, and they coming home because of these charges or because of the lack of, beds in the system. I mean, no, the mayor can't say. I'm not gonna say no. The mayor can't say, but I think that again, when you're giving all this money to Safe Street's getting a lot of money. What is Safe Streets there for?
supposed to be the
Safe Streets.
Tell us
protected.
because we don't know.
It's
So
supposed to-
Safe Streets is a non-profit that has employed ex-offenders that are there to de-escalate situations on the street.
Oh, it's kind of like SWAT.
I don't know who SWAT is. but
No,
TV show.
you ever seen it? They like the Guardian.
I don't think
No,
they like Guardian Angels either.
You don't think they
Because
like
Guardian
the
Angels goes in the street and they like protect the street. These
So they getting a salary to do that.
yeah, they get paid.
Yeah, they're like
Oh, they
they're kind of like big brothers. Like,
They
like
be the
hey, yo,
same.
don't do that. Da 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 da. Don't do that.
So,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Money.
I want the
It's a job. They have a job, but they're getting their
How much
money.
do they get paid?
I don't know.
I'm just
They
trying to
get-
figure out if I
They
should
get
apply.
money from the city. As
and they're second chance offenders.
I need a job.
I mean, they're just offenders. I mean, they're coming home, and that's where they're going to. Because I'm guessing the city is stating that these guys and maybe women know the streets so good that they can go talk to the gang leaders. They can go talk to such and such. And
Yeah,
they see
definitely getting
anything.
played.
They see anything's going on. They are the ones who go and de-escalate the situation.
It's like a bad TV show.
Yeah, this is what they have.
Yeah, and
So
some
they
of
were-
them
they were
had
at the,
fathers
Brooklyn
still-
home,
still in-
I think till like 11 p.m. that night, and then they left.
That's the sad part. Because they weren't there. But, I mean, that also goes to show why. Because when it happened, I kept saying, well, where's the mayor at? Well, this is not Minority Report. We can't show up and stop the crime and know that it was going to happen.
But people gotta understand.
Wait a minute. It can't say where the mayor is at because Shayna told me that.
I mean, I don't think they should.
But I'm saying the event wasn't it didn't have a permit. They didn't have a permit for the event.
Understand?
But I mean,
they have it every
anytime
year, though.
somebody is killed,
They have that.
they're
event.
like, "Where's the mayor at?"
That event is
Not
every
being
year.
shot.
Every year that event is happening, just like the one for Cherry Hill that got canceled the next day after. No, the mayor does. I don't think the mayor is supposed to just show up to every shooting. If he shows up to every shooting, he will not get no sleep at all because there's a shooting every day, every night in Baltimore City.
See, I maybe I'm taking it wrong then what they were saying. I thought they meant like, that's why I mentioned Minority Report. I feel like when people are saying where's the mayor at, I feel like they're saying why isn't he stopping crime?
I mean, it can mean both
you
ways.
Want him to stand in front of the boat?
Right, it can mean both things. But at the same time, they want him to
He
show
got
up.
baby to raise.
He want him to show up at every single scene. That shit is stressful. You can see the changes in the people's faces as they go through year of all the same shit.
I don't really sympathize with that because I'm sure somebody done told them.
Everybody should just mind
Or they done look like we can look at
You can look
President
at
Obama and see how he
you can
aged
see his change
in 8 years.
And
So
Larry
I'm
Hogan.
probably not
All of them.
signing up for it.
But you gotta understand, it's like you go to your job, right? You start on the bottom level, and as you go through your career, you're moving up. All that shit is just for resume purposes, so I can go to the next part of where I want to go be in politics. He probably won't get reelected.
The other thing I'll say is to one of the things you mentioned about why people have a problem with him. If you feel like he has something to do with getting Sheila Dixon caught up, she was stealing. It's the whole free my nigga thing all over again. Like,
When I look at that situation too, though, I look at this job I used to work at, right? I used to work at Finish Line when I was a youngster. I know that I was taking shoes, and I know that the people who I trusted is who I trusted. And as your coworkers see you doing certain things, they start to do the same thing. So what happens then? People start to do it. Now a whole bunch of people know what's going on. So now, if he get caught, he the one telling everybody. So whoever got caught in that situation told on Sheila. Whoever got caught in Captain Hughes' situation told on Catherine.
I mean, they definitely done.
Yeah.
Yep, and they wanted Pew to
See, I feel like
they wanted Pew to move the horse racing out to Annapolis or whatever from near Laurel, and she didn't, and that's when they was like, "Oh, I got you."
But see,
you don't want to move it.
but see
You been
again,
moving those books though.
but with us though, with black politicians, it always happens to us. No white people been doing this shit for years.
Oh, look, so it was a whole bunch of white people sitting around the table at with Catherine Pugh.
Yes.
None of the rest of them got in trouble,
Exactly.
but she did.
She was on a
I feel
whole
like it was
board.
all white
She
people.
was on a whole board
who
that
were
was
all
with
a part of
white
it.
people, white people.
Yeah,
None of the
rest of them
all the people at the University of Maryland, none of those people
None of the
are
rest
on
of
the
them got in
board
trouble.
anymore.
They
And then
knew what was happening.
they knew, and one of them snitched on her. Believe that.
So at the end of the day, I feel like when you do a crime, do that shit by yourself. It's not no, hey, Pastor,
Cause I'm gonna let y'all know.
you over there. Yeah, they got us. They didn't get us. They got you.
I'm going to sing like a bird.
You
If
know
the police get me, I'm going to tell stuff they didn't ask for. They're gonna be like Mrs. White. That's not what we need. I feel like you need a little bit more.
You remember Bernie Mac was like, "Are you in jail for somebody else because you didn't tell?" I'd have been in there like,
I got stories for days. Come on,
If
Bring-
you
get
tell
your
me
popcorn.
something that didn't involve like that you weren't involved in.
No. What I said, Bernie Mac said was he was talking to an inmate, and the inmate said he asked him why he was in there. He said, "I'm in jail because I didn't snitch on my boy or whatever like that." So he was doing time for his man, so whatever like that. That's a totally different situation. I'm not doing time.
I am saying
That
I will give up what. So
Somebody
don't do
else.
crime. Because I will sell you out. It's what I'm telling you right now. If it's not connected, I will sell you out to save myself.
If you're doing a crime, keep it away from Toya.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. If you are committing a crime, I've been called worse by that.
So let me ask you a question. Next. What if you don't get out for what they gave you?
Well, you make it deal first.
What you gave them?
You make it. You don't just spill and. I need to know, do we have a deal? And the thing is, I'm not trying to do crime at all. So you don't ever have to. That's why I said don't let me know your crimes.
You shouldn't get caught up in that.
Don't let me know your crimes because I don't. But
you up.
On a federal level, they will pull a person in.
They sure will.
And I'll be like, hey, I wasn't there, but what I heard was.
That doesn't work. What you heard don't count.
What I heard is you should look into such and such, but don't ever look here again.
Off with her head.
Big snitch energy. I'm telling you. I'm the baby. I'm swole.
Let me tell you something. If I'm in a situation with somebody and that somebody gets me jammed up, that person is who I need to go after. I'm not giving out, oh yeah, Kathy was over there on Cabo and she was smuggling them perks in. That shit ain't got nothing to do with what we in this same car. You know what I'm saying? This same car, this same house, what's happening?
Yeah, you jamming somebody who ain't got nothing to do with what you.
If it's a situation where me and Pastor in the house and they say,
I'm gonna go quiet again.
Pastor had that gun and it's illegal, and I got locked up for Pastor gun. Yeah, Pastor. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't mine, but I'm not gonna be like, hey, Cappy.
Just voluntarily.
Yeah, I ain't give a Cappy shit up.
Who's Bianca?
For some people.
Who?
Bianca.
I don't know who from Bianca.
But some people are like that. Some people don't care.
Bianca said, meanwhile, I can't stop crushing on a green shirt.
Huh?
Oh.
That's you.
Hey, dog, don't look around. You don't want a green shirt.
You the only one with a green shirt?
I done checked all our clothes before I read it.
Okay, well, I don't know who that
is. Somebody.
Anyways, next.
Got a fan club.
Don't hype it up.
But right. You know, what you saying, Hunch, is that there are a lot of people like that. There are a lot of people that will what I say, quote unquote, clean house and tell on people who don't have, or say something and implement people that don't have anything to do with what's really going on.
Yeah, I ain't for all that shit. I mean,
I think I think people should just mind their business. If it don't pertain to them, stay out of it. But
I feel the same way about the mayor and his baby. I don't think any of that pertains to.
I mean, to be honest,
our court case does not pertain to us.
I think it's funny.
There we go. And the reason why I think it's funny is because I seen the post that says Baltimore City, the only mayor that has a baby mama. Yeah. So therefore, yeah, I'm gonna post the shit because it's funny. Because
shit,
I don't fucking know. But guess what? This is where I live at. This shit funny.
We don't verify shit real here.
So this what I got to say about it. Of course, I wouldn't condone saying, you know, if you still got papers on you or whatever like that to be entertaining anything else. But at the same time, they're not saying that this lady is living with her husband and messing with the mayor. They're saying that her divorce was a final. They're saying that she was separated from her husband. The divorce was a final.
Right? But you have to be separated for a year in order to file.
I agree. I'm just saying that it's not. They make it seem like. They make it seem like she was living in the house with her husband while she had a baby with the man.
Well, guess what? Congratulations to Brandon Scott. Maybe he will go ahead and get out of politics.
Who was it that got married? And I said I wasn't.
Motherfucking Raekwon. I'm like, goddamn about Raekwon.
What I'm saying, I feel the same way.
Yeah, I mean,
I felt about that.
But you know, I don't know. It's just, you know, you post the shit. It's funny. You're like, okay, he having a baby. The shit made news, all type of shit. Like, who gives a goddamn if the man having a baby?
I want y'all to know, I think Hannah is Randy's friend. So I haven't read comments in a minute. But Randy said they've been separated since 2019 and she filed in March. Just to let y'all know.
a lot of people was offended with my post, but I think a lot of them know her personally.
That's probably why they were offended. Like, the reality is, when we know people, we are more sensitive to the story.
She filed in March of this year?
Yeah.
So she filed when?
Yep, that's why. Yep, that's what's saying like it's
I
fine.
don't know. They were separated. I guess. Yeah, I don't know how far along she is. I don't care. I'm also not a city resident, so when I said I didn't vote for him, it's because they won't allow me. Anybody but Thoreau. That's all I'm saying.
I think the people wanted Thoreau too. A lot of people over there in that Federal Hill,
I voted for
Canton area, they wanted for Thoreau.
I voted for T.J. Smith, the guy who used to work for the police.
He had my moral support, but again, I don't live there, so I can't vote.
We interviewed T.J. Smith one time,
but
I think he should have got it too.
But what was it like? People say things like, "He doesn't have enough experience." Well, the people who had experience have fucked the job up.
Yeah, my issue with Mayor Scott was that he was
Mayor
on city
Scott,
council.
he's too young.
He was on city council.
You didn't like that he was in the city council?
I feel like he worked alongside the mayor and the cabinet already, and nothing was changing. So that was my first thought. Not saying that I think he's done some good things. People only say what he's done bad, but I think he's done some good things. He like me and Hutch was talking about it one time. He under his administration they fixed a whole bunch of elementary schools that buildings was torn down or whatever. So
Stay still.
they redid the buildings.
Okay, well let me read this one. Should I skip this one?
I can't see it.
Randy said the T.J. Smith interview was one of my first times watching. I think that's what got me hooked on the podcast. Got me onto the podcast.
Okay, Randy, thank you much.
Okay.
We're still waiting for you to show up again.
Speaking of that, are we gonna have a square table now?
Square
It
table
was
talk.
a round table, but nah.
Yeah,
I think we should just go on live with
we
that
got 30 minutes. Over 30 minutes.
I think if we're going live, I think we can invite more people.
We can talk about it now and then.
Have
Have a live in the group.
Yeah,
You ain't feeling it right now?
I don't think it'll be fun. Like I wanted people to be like arguing and shit. But I want that shit to be like a real live situation.
I think everybody would have came in on their best behavior though.
Shit.
Everybody but that one person who asked to come.
Y'all got.
Not mine.
Y'all rapper guy.
Not mine.
No.
He wanted to come through. I knew they was gonna come through like real. Yeah.
You told them no?
I told them I don't think we're doing it.
Oh, all right. Well, let's not talk about it then.
So I mean, I think that we can do it on the stream yard, and then we can invite more people.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And we can argue.
What else
we can
y'all got
argue longer too.
What else y'all got there?
What else is going on?
Well, we got 5 minutes, so it's time for Pastor.
Oh, don't give me the same stuff you gave on last Sunday.
Oh, I mean, we don't have to. I mean, shit.
We got the preview for next Sunday.
I gotta go to the Zoom meeting at 19:30.
Oh,
Did you say 1930?
Yeah.
7:30.
Well, you better come on. You better go. Come on. You better hurry up.
Tempted to quit when called to finish. Situations in our lives have us thinking we're unable to win. It could be financial things, it could be mass shootings, it could be drugs and such, it could be diseases, illnesses, it could even be national disasters. It is our faith that keeps us going and keeps us pressing forward, headed towards the end zone. We may get in a funk sometimes. We may not feel like going to church, may not feel like going to Bible study. We might not be able to see past the storms in our lives. We might not see the benefit of our current place of worship. We may have to admit that obstacles will come when it's your earnest effort that God is receiving from you. And do not quit, but remember that God has called you for a time such as this. We will say things like, oh, when it rains, it pours, or it's always something, or why me? Sometimes we just don't expect to win. Life wears us down, and on our optimism, on our faith, we must remember that the scripture says, I can do all things through Christ.
Amen.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh. Jesus was tempted to
You
quit.
go on and go. You got 3 minutes to get to your what you call.
Jesus, it's on there.
Oh,
It's on my phone.
You gonna do it right here?
Jesus was tempted. I'm not finished.
I'm sorry, I thought you were done.
Jesus was tempted to quit in the wilderness and on the cross, but he pressed on because he was called to finish. We must follow his lead. The temptation to quit is great, but we must faint not. I just need to see the hands of those who are called to finish. As Jesus leads us, we are to lead others who are tempted to quit and remind them through example that we are all called to finish.
Amen. Well,
Amen.
Go ahead into your Zoom and
You zoom on into that meeting.
Yeah, fine.
I needed one more topic, y'all. So y'all got to come up with something.
We're going to get it. Hold on.
I am searching because
We're about to get it right now.
somebody asked for a subject change. Randy, I'm changing the subject. You gonna be in the call?
What subject did he? What?
Oh, you gonna do the call?
Marriage.
It's
Marriage
it's
for
okay.
long-term commitment. Oh, y'all all y'all fucking married except for me.
Well, he on the it's half and half because he got the Zoom. So 2 singles, 2 marrieds. You know, he's been waiting for a moment to pop out.
Okay, I got a quick, I guess you could say, question that married people can answer.
Why you want to attack the married folks?
I ain't attacking.
Well, I'll say married, but it's more pertaining to married people. What are your thoughts about the kind of, I guess you could say, relationship people who've been married and they separate? What kind of communication and relationship should they have post marriage? Should they be able to get along and communicate, or should they be like public enemy number 1 to each other?
Do they have kids? How did the marriage end?
Right. Well, even at the significant periods of time, do you think that, you know, if the marriage ended bad, should they still hold grudges? Should they still be angry?
I mean, if you ended a marriage with somebody that was bad, there's no need to have any type of conversation. It's over. What are we talking about? Unless we have kids.
Okay. And the reason I asked that because I know of a situation where the person marriage ended in the bed, and even though that it's been years, that person, one of the partners, still finds it necessary to keep like talking bad about the person that they was married. Everyone that gives them an opportunity to talk bad or put out negative energy, they do.
Oh, I know a lot of people like that.
I'm just saying, like, if I'm married and we divorced bad, we have no children together, what is the conversation? What we need to talk about? What we need to be in the same room for? What's happening?
That's my point. What's the conversation? That's exactly, even if you do have children, what's the conversation? If you're divorced, you're divorced.
No. If we have kids, there's a conversation. What you mean?
Well, you can have a conversation about the children.
Right.
Or you have to talk about, but what is the conversation that the person has to have about you? Y'all only it should only be, the conversation should be only about the children or y'all co-parenting. It should never be, oh, Hutch is da-da-da, Hutch is this, or, you know, Hutch is the topic, but not the kids that Hutch and that person.
We ain't got nothing to talk about. Are the kids good? Are the kids eating? Are the kids in school?
Right.
If they off to college, what we got to pay for college? Ain't nothing really to talk about.
And that should be the only conversation. It shouldn't be no other conversation than just what you said. But why do people, you know, why can't people move like that? Or why is it always an issue? They having a whole conversation.
We tried to decide what comments to read and what not to read. I personally though, I don't feel like I haven't had a relationship that I felt like ended in like a major explosion. I want to kill you. Most of my relationships have fizzled out. I probably had 2 that just had to end. If I did not have a child with one of them, I probably would not. Like, we don't run in the same circles. Like, some people that I've dated, I'm going to bump into them because they be in the church world. But I don't have that kind of ties with him. So if we didn't have a child, we would never communicate. I'm not going to talk. I don't talk bad about him now. I was engaged before. I shared no mutual friends, no kids. I forget that man existed. I have no reason to bad talk him because that is no longer a part of my history. So I think when people carry on stuff like that, it's really them just being
Even for the ones that you ended good with. Sometimes you ain't gotta talk to them either. What y'all talking about?
Can I just talk to the public real quick?
Sure.
I'm not trying to ignore anyone's comments. Someone to my right asked me not to read them.
I didn't say that.
You did!
I mean, okay, whatever.
But I'm the only one on the comments, so I'm not gonna take the blame for skipping it.
But don't blame me. But
you just said
bottom
you
line
said
is,
it.
I mean, I'm trying to be
So I haven't really read anyone's comments since. I just put them on the screen, and that's it, so that I'm not ignoring anybody. Go on.
All right, man. Today's just not the answer.
I just feel like good, bad, or indifferent. If you are done with them, whether it fizzled out, y'all came to a mutual agreement, whatever the case may be. If you talk to them, you talk to them. If you don't, you don't. I mean, but if it's a bad situation, what we need to talk about if it ain't about if it ain't involving kids, unless you got property with them. So if y'all got property, y'all sharing property.
We need to go ahead and dissolve that.
Yeah,
if you don't get along, you don't need to carry anything past the marriage that you don't have to, and that's children.
Right.
So if you don't have kids, I would just get rid of everything.
But even if you have kids, your conversation should strictly be about the children. You shouldn't have to put that person's name.
Yeah, like, Kathy, I get that motherfucker Kathy. For what? What we still talking about each other for?
He said hurt people.
Hurt people.
I don't think anybody that's healed from a relationship is out dogging. And I mean, it's something. If somebody give you the head, I could see always running their name in the
yeah.
I could see if they give you the head. Okay. I could see that. But if they cheated,
you killed me. You know what? A lot of things also with ex. If you still fucking your ex,
you killed me.
If you still fucking your ex, that's when you're also gonna be talking about them as well.
Right.
Because if that's your sneaky link now, that's when you gonna be like, that motherfucker stood me up. That motherfucker, where they at? Now you still emotionally attached to him because you still fucking him.
Also, people feel the need to overcompensate when it's being sneaky. So because they feel like they gotta fight hard for people to know that they not together. Meanwhile, they really together.
Well, the person that asked me the question, they asked me, did I think
I was gonna say, is it you?
Oh, no, because they was asking me.
You sent me on that calendar?
They asked me, did I think it was, jealous or envy? Was their significant other jealous or envious of it? And I was like, well, yeah, that could be possibly why they find the need to keep doing it, because, if sometimes you don't know people jealous or envy of until at the end.
Also, I think there is partial room for accountability on the other person's part. Well, how do you know they keep bringing your name up? Like, what are you doing? What circles are you in? Because I feel like the people I deal with, like, I ain't even gonna say Marlon. Any of my other exes, like, I'm cordial with the majority of my exes. I'm not friends with their friends. My family ain't your family. So it ain't I ain't ever gonna hear what you saying about me.
They said they said they saw some stuff on Instagram. They saw some things on Facebook, and they actually was asking me because they asked me, did I think that it met the criteria for them to take them to court for like that?
Because they was stalking that person's page.
No, Randy is funny.
For defamation of character. So
I've just been like, sweetie, you focusing too much of your energy on it. Like, don't even worry about it.
I said delete them and block them and keep it moving.
Why? But see, that's my thing about the accountability. Why are you even following them to know that they're saying this stuff about you? You setting yourself up.
All that shit is a setup. When you go look for something, you gonna go find it. if you bother with somebody and they ain't bother with you, let that shit be. If y'all done, y'all done. Especially if it went bad. If it was went south, let that shit go.
What was your question? Now that it is really even.
Oh, that was the one that we had about the stay married or
Did you
or
ask
just
it? I'm confused. She asked the question.
Kathy cut me off with her.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. See, now he's back.
Didn't you kick me too?
That was my accident.
Simple ass fucking question about.
See,
Somebody wants you not to be playing footsie under this table.
Oh.
Sir, what happened?
Don't stop playing with me. I don't know what the
You
hell.
said the hell with those comments?
how's your DJ career going?
Who you talking to?
DJ Hutchy Hutch over there.
It's not a career.
It's a hobby.
I'm waiting for somebody.
What was the
I'm waiting for
question
somebody to book me.
about?
Marriage
Marriage
or
and
long-term commitment without marriage?
Oh, I did see that. I think I commented and I said I ain't supposed to do.
Damien posted. I mean, 6 posted about me. That's the name.
And then said I posted it.
No, you had a comment on it.
Oh, okay. So I commented and I think I said it depends on the people. For me, I'm a marriage person. It's what
Been there, done
it's what
that.
I wanted, and so it's what I have.
So I'm long-term commitment. I'm fine with that. But either way, it's how it will go. I'm fine with that.
Kathy.
Marriage person.
So you getting married again?
Mm-hmm.
To your boo now?
When the wedding?
I don't know.
You think Cabo?
We all.
Yeah. I do want a destination
really?
wedding. I do want a destination wedding.
You be
Right.
sick before the wedding shit. Everybody be
You
in their
ain't
seat.
learned?
It just won't be in
Everybody gonna be in their seat waiting for Kathy and shit. Oh, she's passed out in the room.
We'll be like, oh my gosh, she stood him up. She stood him up.
It won't be.
And they like, no, we
It
hear the
won't.
paramedics pulling it up.
It won't be.
I bet it's her.
It
As
won't
long
be in
as we are able to,
She ate the fucking ice again, people.
as long as we're able to enjoy in the festivities, you can go, God, show up. If somebody paid their money, what if y'all paid y'all money to go to a destination wedding and they said, we ain't getting married, y'all, so shit work out.
I did that.
Well,
You had,
Yeah.
you did that also.
No.
Wait.
So Tobias had destination wedding.
so you gonna put that man's name out there? What's the story?
It is what it is. It's a long
Now, when
time
I
ago.
said who told me not to read the comments,
Nah, but
that was the problem.
right before it was going down. they
Were
didn't
y'all
get-
there?
No,
Okay.
it was like the day before.
So y'all wasted your money.
No, we went.
My
she
sister
didn't go.
told
She
me.
didn't go.
My sister told me whenever you are signing up for a destination wedding, you have to look at that as your vacation.
Dang all right.
And that the bride and groom need to realize that the people coming are on vacation.
Right.
And it's not about you.
Speaking of destination weddings, shout out to our old co-host Reese. She's getting married in Mexico. So
I would invite her.
I mean, I don't know.
Can I go as one of y'all plus ones? Because she don't know me.
I mean, I don't
Or
know.
plus two, whatever it is.
My mind, though. I thought you were talking about like India, but I realized difference. But yeah.
Was Reese the poetry one?
No, Reese is.
This is the tone one that they always used to have arguments with about.
So everybody was arguing with this
about the
man.
$40 and sneaky links and all that shit.
I'll try to get her business, but I guess they changed that.
So I hope everybody got their Mega Million and Powerball ticket.
When is the drawing? Because I don't.
So I don't play lottery.
Should I leave now?
It's over. The time has passed.
What time?
I think it was 7 o'clock. So I don't play lottery, but somebody called me and they were like, "Get your ticket." And I said, "What the fuck do I do?" I'm like, "What do I do? What happens?" So hope y'all got your tickets.
No.
I don't. It's gonna be poor
I got my ticket
tomorrow
So
when I wake up. You share?
shit, sharing what?
You ain't gonna share what you got doing?
Share peace.
She got a birthday coming up.
Oh, okay, well, get the regular gift. Give her a card with give her a little gift card or something.
My baby turned 15.
No, but check this.
Oh.
What if y'all wondered?
You
What if y'all woke up and was like, "Oh, I'm a billionaire," and you saw your account had $1 billion in it? How would y'all act?
I would call my bank to verify it.
You gonna wait a couple days?
Yeah, wait a lot of days.
I don't trust my bank.
30 days, I'll wait.
Yeah.
Because, they give you that money by accident and then they snatch it right back.
So I wouldn't call.
Because banks have made mistakes.
Verify. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait it out
And they always figure out their mistakes somehow.
Just imagine when you go to the account, they say negative 30,000.
Right. The motherfucking 31st day. We're about to end this show today because I don't know what the hell going on over here. I don't know what's happening.
Them two.
Them two is just a long story. We'll have a conversation after the show.
Yeah.
This is that type of conversation.
So then I'll know how to handle it for the next show.
What?
Nah, man.
What's going on?
All right, folks.
Look, the boss has spoken. Boss, I don't know which one is 1 and 2, but
He won.
all right, boss 1 has spoken. That's all I'm saying.
All right, folks. Anybody have any closing statements?
I hope y'all got y'all Powerball and
You
Mega
just
Million
want to keep
ticket.
rubbing that in because I said I ain't got one. And you're only willing to give my daughter a gift card. You win the Mega Millions and you offer that baby a gift card.
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you something. If I wanted Mega Millions, if I wanted the top prize right now, ain't nobody gonna know. At all.
Ever? Or do you disappear and nobody know why? Not
I
Carly
ain't
disappear.
gonna disappear. I'll be
So
doing
you
the
just gonna be a
same.
billionaire? Okay.
Yeah, all my shit gonna be foreign.
What would you do if you won?
I'm not playing. My wife and my mother and father-in-law, they play, but I don't waste my time with it.
I didn't even heard that part. If you won.
If Shayna won then?
I would just.
It's just her money.
I mimic,
You don't have nothing to do with it.
I mimic what he said. Nobody would know.
Okay. Kathy?
I probably would remain silent for a second.
I am riding through Baltimore with a truck and 2 jet skis on the side. I'm going to ride like Santa Claus on jet skis down the street.
What? Wait a minute. You gonna be in the back?
I'm going to be in the jet ski.
Somebody gonna be pulling you.
Yeah. But I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, you're gonna go viral. You'll definitely go viral.
That's right.
You'll definitely go viral.
As the guy that died driving the jet ski down Monument
Why?
Street.
He gonna be pulling. So he gonna get pulled.
Is that
So he'll be in a
because they
trailer.
said that 2 Maryland people became millionaires last night?
Somebody became a millionaire.
So then you won and you don't want to? That's how you sneak and tell
I just told y'all today. Did you
That's
buy
how
your ticket
sneak and
today?
tell?
I don't know about last night. What happened last night?
It said 4 of the $4 million Mega Million ticket was sold in Baltimore, and the $1 million winner is in Catonsville. And 2 $10,000 tickets.
My fucking van's being in Catonsville.
Y'all would know
No
if I
call,
won.
no show tomorrow.
Y'all would know. Because y'all would never see me again.
Why would we see you again?
I'm gone.
Like where? Like where did we go?
I'm leaving the state of Maryland.
So why would we see you again?
And I'm not coming
Can
back.
we just gift cards?
So we couldn't we couldn't have no communication with you no more? Like, damn. Oh, so it's about the show that you fuck with us.
I will probably.
What the fuck is going on here? Because I'm confused now.
Trust me.
No, I'm
I'd
confused
much
now.
rather be around.
No, I'm confused now. Hell no. What you mean we'll never hit
I
you
just
again?
gotta disappear from everybody. It's nothing personal. It's not my friends that I worry about it all. Families didn't want to get you, so.
Your mind is in the gutter, sir.
No.
So would y'all go on to the news and say, I'm here to accept my winnings?
Heck no.
You sent me the link of the screen mask, right?
Yes.
That's me.
Yeah, on the screen.
Be sitting there with a screen mask collecting my money.
I wouldn't even do that.
I was gonna say, do you have to go on TV?
I don't think you do.
You
Some
can remain,
states you
no,
do.
you can remain anonymous.
Cause I wouldn't there is no way. It would just be she not.
They said that's one of the biggest mistakes that people made. That
Only reason why I would do the same thing that I've been doing for the past 17 years or whatever is because once you start to change patterns, people gonna know. That's when you're gonna start to get them calls. That's when you're gonna start to get them cousins. That's when you get them aunties and all these people. So therefore, I'd rather move in silent. Here go, I'm gonna go talk to a person. here go your certain amount in this account, here go the certain amount in this account. It's gonna be all anonymous for my family members or maybe my few friends.
I'm gonna pay StreamYard and
that's gonna be
up. Y'all.
Huh?
I'm gonna pay StreamYard in the rent.
And you
For
be out
y'all.
here. But what if we don't stay here?
Let me know if you don't want this.
Right, what if we don't stay
If
here?
you like fuck that podcast.
Right, what
Let
if we
me
don't stay here?
know.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. I would move in like very silent.
That's not what you did there.
Fuck that show. That's what she said.
That's what she did. She did.
I just,
Pastor, they won't leave you alone, right?
hey, listen. I had to say at the funeral service today. God forgives.
Oh,
I don't.
I got one other thing.
He's a God of a second chance. Not me.
That's gonna take too long. It's time to roll.
Oh.
Okay.
The boss already said.
What was it?
No. Go
Can
ahead.
you whisper it to me? What time is it? I can't
48
see.
after.
48.
The boss already said we out here.
Quick thing. Are we off the air yet?
No.
What's going on?
Like, how do you?
I threw that to the pastor. I threw that to the pastor. Praise.
Bye.